Good morning, traders. Good morning, everybody out there in YouTube. Good morning, everybody in the chat room. It's good to be with you this morning. Oh, look, I got a special guest. I got Andrew sitting behind me, or standing behind me. So we're getting ready to go this morning, and the adventure continues here in Colombia. We are having just a lot of fun. I sent a couple of pictures in this morning just to keep sharing with you guys what we're doing as we tour Colombia. We're in Medellin still. As a reminder, that's the house that we're in. So I'm sitting on the other side of that house, facing out over the city that you can see in the background. That's pretty much my view here every morning. It is absolutely fantastic. But later today, we move on and we move from here and we head to Guatapé for our second stop. Yesterday, we had a tour. We actually visited an area called 13, which apparently at one point in late 90s, early 2000 was the most dangerous place on the planet. But now it's an art and cultural district, and it was absolutely fantastic. We had a lot of fun. The kids were putting on a show for us, going down some slides. This is on the side of the mountain, right? They built some slides in. It was part of a little park. And always being up for a challenge, Brent, I decided, you see those kids flipping onto the slide there. They said, everybody go down the slide. So what do? I decided to take a flip down the slide, and unfortunately, I did not take off my baseball cap, which always has, those little whatever they call them, the buttons that are on the top of it. Well, I had the little button on the top of it, and it bit me. I assume you can see that. So there you go. I got myself a memory from that in the barrio. They actually call it an invasion, an invasion, because when everybody set up, they invaded other owned lands and took it over. But now they've got these houses built up on the side, and you can see how pretty it is. If you got the picture of the murals that were there, again, there was live rapping happening in the streets, and it was actually very, very cool space. Very cool. So anyways, that was a lot of fun. And then last night we went out for dinner, and that was an adventure of itself that we didn't think we were going to have. We had some members that didn't even make it to dinner on time because there you go. Their car broke down on the way. So on the side of the mountain, they had a broken down taxi. It took them an extra hour and a half to get there for dinner. Avi enjoying some of the meals. We had fantastic meal, by the way. Restaurant called XO by Carmen that we went to the city, and the food was magnificent. They're a Michelin star rated restaurant, and they deserved it. It was absolutely phenomenal. So we had a great dinner, and then some people decided that wasn't enough. I admit, I'm wearing a shirt today that says whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. It should say rum, 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 but others went out. This video you're seeing right here are some members you might recognize. Lenny, and here we got Paris in there. We got Avi out there. So that's Cindy on the screen, you can see. Who else we got? Carrie is there with them as well. I know I've missed a couple. Brendan, I think, was there with them as well. So anyways, that was from 3:30 in the morning. And I will give them credit. You will see almost all of them walking around behind me as they're getting set up for trading this morning. So, guys, you know what? We've decided that sleep is a luxury we just cannot afford. And, you can sleep anytime. Not when you're here in Colombia having fun, trading and touring the city, no matter what time of day it is. So what a fantastic day we had yesterday. All right, let's talk about the markets. We have a couple of economic events happening today that I want to make sure you guys know about. This morning, we already had the ADP employment number came out a little lower than anticipated. 146,000 was the actual reported number. 163 or 166, depending where you look, was the expected. So it's a little lower than anticipated. However, that's pretty much in line. Like we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, all the numbers are pretty much in line. I came out at about 8:15, and really, I don't see much of a market impact. The SPY seems to have a weird candle that might have reacted to that number, but it was actually at 8:17 when that candle came out. But anyways, probably not much impact. later today, right after the open, we've got the services PMI number that comes out at 9:45. At 10 a.m., we've got the ISM services. And then this afternoon, I think this is the one. If you're trading this afternoon, we're traveling, so I won't be here for the markets then. But Powell is speaking at 1:40, which means that sometime after that, right, expect the market reaction. And then the beige book gets released at 2 o'clock. Now, for those of you that don't know, the beige book is released by a different Fed um, a bank every 3 months or 4 months. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 times a year. But when it comes out, it is really just a reiteration of all of the positions that have already been published. So there shouldn't be anything new in it. However, we usually see the computers react to that. I keep telling you about these events. I'm feeling a little silly now because the market is refusing to react to almost anything. But it might. It usually did in the past. We'll have to find out if it does today. But keep those in mind, especially if you're trading through the afternoon, right? Powell speaking 1:40, sometime thereafter, right? If you're watching his comments, that's when the market will react. And then, of course, the beige book coming out at 2. If we look at our earnings calendar, we've got a couple of earnings that are out this morning, as well as a couple after the market closed yesterday. So we'll see if any of those make our gappers list. A couple of them might, many of them probably will not. I see Carlos out there. Good morning, Carlos. Are you having as good a day as we are here?
Absolutely not, man. That sounds awesome. I'm glad you guys are having a great time out there. Definitely feeling some FOMO. I kept getting asked yesterday in chat, why I'm not in Colombia? I give you 3 reasons. One is 12, the other one is 5, and the other one is 3. And that's the reason why I'm not out there with you guys, right? So those guys got to go to school, and I cannot disappear for 2 weeks and say, "Hey, wife, you got this." Nah, that doesn't work. I'll come back to a divorced household. But yeah, man. So glad you guys are having an amazing time out there. Enjoy yourselves, and that is just incredible.
Those are
With that,
those
man,
are
let's take a
3
look at
pretty
our
good
gap.
reasons, Carlos.
Yeah, they sure are. they sure are, man. But yeah, let's take a quick look at our gappers list, friends, and see what's going on here. Gapping up today, man. We got a bunch of stuff in the green. Some really nice digits here: 13 up, 12.1, 9.5. Roku. Wow, what's the last time we seen a Roku on our list? So that was a good buddy of ours making the list this morning. And we got some other ones on here: DLTR, MSTR making some noise as well. So look forward to getting into that. And then on the gap down, looks like Foot Locker and Nike stick out right away. Obviously, something going on there. We never see these guys unless there's some kind of earning play. So I haven't looked at any news yet, but I'm going to bet my money there's something going on there in that nature. They usually, look at Foot Locker down 18%. That's a big chunk. So we'll see what's happening there. All right, let's take a look at the first one here, guys. MRVL. We saw this yesterday. They were gapping up yesterday, actually, and it sold off. But today, man, huge gap up, 13.3, 841,000 shares traded. So, Peter, this thing is high flying today, man. Looks decent as far as the gap up.
Yeah, I'm not normally a big fan of trading Marvell. It usually just doesn't quite trade in a way that gives me a lot of confidence in it and good moves. But maybe today will be the exception. They're jumping up on a very positive forecast. Their Q4 forecast says that based on AI, they're expecting to overachieve on revenue, and that's good news for them. Not only that they're increasing their forecast, but they're able to blame it or attribute it to AI, which is what the market likes to hear these days. So yeah, good gap up this morning, Carlos. And like you said, it looks better than it normally does. So I got to say, maybe I got to change my opinion on this and let it join the list. But let's go through the list. I'll reserve judgment for the moment, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going with. So I'm going to put it on my secondary list because, again, although it's gapping up big here and it looks great, this stock intraday action is so bad that I'm not fully convinced that it's going to just automatically start trading that good, right? So on the secondary list for now. Next, OKTA as a sticker we see in the past plenty of times, has been very active before. Today, they're up 12.8, 460,000 shares traded. So definitely seeing some activity here. Pre-market actions got a nice range. The high is 95, the low is 92. Peter, this is in play today for sure. What's the news on it?
All right. Yes, this is earnings. It's one of the 3 that I was looking at for earnings primarily, and they looks like they've had some some good reports. They had some issues earlier with security breach. I don't know that we talked about that a lot, but they reported an adjusted earnings of about 665 million for their third quarter and an earnings of 67 cents, which shows very strong sales. There was an expectation maybe that they wouldn't be able to make that because of the breach they had, but it doesn't seem to have impacted them in the quarter. And yeah, they're getting a good gap up. Carlos, this has popped up a fair amount on our list in the last little while, and it's been tradable. Now, not every day though. You got to be careful about this one, I find, because the spread can jump around. Right now, it's sitting about 50 cents. Usually pre-market, not always a good indication of what the spread is going to be, but again, it's another one of those that I'll cautiously put on my maybe list for trading opportunities this morning.
Yeah, I like the gap up here, and I do like the range I'm seeing this morning. And again, we traded this before in the past. This can trade well when it is in play. But yeah, on the secondary list for now. But we got two really good secondaries at the moment. So this list is starting off pretty good today. CRM is the next one on here. CRM, and what do we have going on here? Wow, up 12%, 841,000 shares traded. This is Salesforce, and are we hitting all-time highs here? Looks like we might be. Let's go to weekly. Yes, so we're just crushing through. We actually crushed all-time highs yesterday. Was it yesterday? Oh no, a couple of days ago. And today we're just blowing right by all the recent highs, making today a new all-time high. So Peter, what's the latest on CRM? They're doing pretty well this morning.
Yeah, well, this is the third of the earnings that I was watching, and you notice all the earnings are gapping up. And I don't know if it's maybe I'm just in a really good mood today. By the way, guys, I'm not quite sure if I'm still drunk or hungover at this point, but I definitely know that I'm probably not fit for trading. I've got my electrolytes going right here, and I've got my water, so I'm, you can see that I'm in like full support recovery mode. So and I'm getting a massage. Look at that. Oh my God. The service at this establishment is fantastic. Anyways, we were talking about Salesforce, not me. Well, I wasn't. I was talking about me. But anyways, let's talk about Salesforce. They had earnings, like I mentioned, and once again, they're using all the right buzzwords. AI is driving their earnings and really propelled them forward in this quarter, and it gives them an increased forecast or guidance outlook. So yeah, they expect their fourth quarter to be even better. Their earnings delivered $2.41 a share. I think that's an adjusted number, so it's pretty good. Salesforce has been, like you pointed out, Carlos, running over the last little while, and I think that as they look forward and expect positive earnings, this could be in play. I've struggled to trade this in the past. Again, strong maybe, but I think everybody should approach it with caution. It's also a little higher priced, right? It's almost a $400 stock, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
CRM, man. Yeah, CRM. I'm not sure how I was going to trade. It's one of those hit or miss type tickers. So put in a secondary for now. Again, secondary list looking pretty good. Let's see what else we can get there. HSAI. Let's take a look at that one. HSAI. I never heard of this one. I just haven't seen it before. Probably because it was a lower price stock, just making its way above $5 a few days ago. Man, it looks bad. Up 10%. 271,000 shares traded. I don't like the daily. Yeah, this is garbage. Roll that truck. I'm not excited about this one at all, Peter. So it won't be on my list. Hesai Group, whatever that means.
yeah, they make lidar systems for EVs. A Chinese company. I don't know. Maybe they're trading just because they have AI in their name. But they did have an announcement that they're looking to slash prices as they want to try and dominate this market. So they believe that they can sort of maintain their increased production, maintain product their revenue, sorry, while cutting prices by increasing in volume. So. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out for them. Like you said, Carlos, it's garbage. So we can move on.
Okay, excellent.
there's
We'll leave it
there's the
alone. Let's take a look at Roku. There's a truck, baby. Let's take a look at Roku. Roku's one of my favorite ones, man. We used to trade this thing a ton. Used to trade very well. Today we're up 5%, 228,000 shares traded. Had a big day last week. This would have been actually what they say. Today's Wednesday. This was Monday. Was this Monday? Am I bugging here? Yeah, it was Monday actually. Losing track of days here. But Monday had a big day, going from 69 all the way to 77. Let's see how well that trade is. We're going to go back here and take a look. Oh, Peter, we did not talk about this on Monday, but look at the type of day that Roku had. It seemed pretty good here. So really nice run. Again, not much volume throughout the entire day, but did trade well there. So they're up again, another 5.2 here. Not that much volume yet, but actually something looks like it's brewing on Roku. Do we have anything on it today?
Well, yeah, it's not from the company, so we got to be careful on news that is only released by an analyst. But one of the analysts covering them increased their price target. Needham and Company is the analyst group, and they reiterated their buy rating on it and set a target price of about $100, increasing it from what they had it at previously. The big thing about their release was that they say, and let me quote from it: Roku stands out as the only scaled CTV platform that can be purchased, and says they believe it's a prime acquisition target. So basically, they're putting rumors out there that Roku may be acquired. Now, there is no suitor that we've heard of, or at least not that I've seen, and the company has not released any formal statement. So you got to be careful with news like that because it could just die out, right? I mean, it could be that the money says, you know what, we know more from the inside, and there's nothing happening. I mean, I'm noticing volume's pretty low. It's barely over our threshold, Carlos, to make the list at 229,000 shares traded this morning. I have to admit, I mean, as much as it has moved, like you said earlier this week, don't love it pre-market.
Yeah, I'm not loving the pre-market either, man. I'm gonna leave this one again. Another secondary. I think there's potential here. I mean, look at the day we had 2 days ago, but not likely with that type of pre-market action. We need more out of it. Maybe at the market open we'll get that, but right now we're not getting what we need out of this ticker at the moment. All right, OKLO. This is one that we've seen plenty of times in the past. Today they're not looking all that good. I mean, they're gapping up a 4.3 here, 305,000. Daily, I don't like as much, and they're really gapping up because they sold off yesterday and just kind of a little bit of a rebound move here. I'm not a big fan of this one. And I remember when it was in play, it was very difficult to trade too. It was not an easy stock to read the price action. So I might leave this one alone today, Peter. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah, this is it's really just a nuclear play that people continue to analyze this segment, thinking that this sector might do well under a Trump presidency, and that speculation continues to propel a number of these stocks. Okay, hello, not one that I love to trade or frankly spend a lot of time watching. Volume's relatively low this morning. Price action is not all that exciting to me. So yeah, I think some of our earnings may be the better plays, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna leave this one alone here. All right, I'm gonna stop here. This gap up list obviously has got some more tickers down here, but we're gonna stop here for now. Peter, anything you like in the gap up or any earnings that are gapping up this morning?
Well, we already talked about the three earnings plays that I wanted to cover, so that's good. They're all on the gap up list. Frankly, the Magnificent Seven pretty much all look good. They're virtually all gapping up, with the exception of Meta, which is just down marginally here by 30 cents. But I like the look of Tesla. It's been choppy though. It's been really choppy at the open the last couple of days. Not as good to trade as I would have hoped. Nvidia was another rough trader I found yesterday at the open. It gave some opportunity, but you had to be patient and wait for it and not rush. Same thing with AMD. So you might want to just take a look through those, whatever you like. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. You can take a look through and find your favorite out of that. But I'm going to focus on my usuals, which are Nvidia and Tesla, like I already mentioned. One, Carlos, we had talked about yesterday that didn't really do much of anything was X. I did keep an eye on X yesterday, and as I anticipated, I was very disappointed. There was really no more news coming out. It is gapping up marginally this morning, but yeah, probably not worth trading. Um, that's about it. Actually, Carl, the only other one that I might mention is I'm waiting for DJT to sort of jump back into the fray. If you look at the daily on DJT over the last little while, it's been pretty quiet and hasn't shown a lot of movement. It continues to get volume, right, and movement during the day, but it's sort of been flat. I'm thinking that it's worth just keeping an eye on it for whenever the rumors start again. Like it feels unusually quiet from the Trump people because normally he's very active, right, in social media and his people, especially. I would think would want to keep that market cycle active on what all he plans to do, and we haven't heard much, really, right? I mean, there's been a little bit of news. It was Donald Trump Jr. that's been in the news, but not Trump directly, and remarkably few statements. So again, DJT just feels like the play that could jump at any moment when the campaign group becomes active once again.
Yeah, yeah, I do like the daily here. It's been moving up higher and higher. So yeah, this can be explosive at any point, as we seen in the past. All right, let's take a look at what's gapping down this morning. Let's start with PSQH. Is leading the way here. It is down 31%. Lower price stock, right? It was hitting $8 yesterday. Basically, today is getting back all the gains that it had yesterday, at least a big chunk of it. I don't see this tradable. I mean, it is hard to borrow. Yeah, low flow stock. I'm assuming 17 million shares float. No shares for sure. I mean, this is garbage. I'm not going to be looking at this, so I'm going to waste no time on it. Peter, anything to add?
I mean, the reason it's moving is they have announced a secondary offering. Like you said, the float's pretty low, and they're going to hammer it with another 7.8 million shares to be released to the public at an average price of $4.63. So what happens usually with the secondary, it moves it down. But like you said, that's all we need to know. Not one that I'm going to worry about trading.
Yeah, yeah, we'll leave that one alone, friends. That looks horrible. Let's take a look at FL Foot Locker. Now here we are, down 18% today, 2.4 million shares traded. I mean, we see this. Is this earning, Peters? I'm assuming it is. We see this thing 4 times a year when there's earnings or whatever. But man, getting crushed today.
Yeah, it's not really earnings; it's more the guidance. Their guidance. They just came out and reduced their guidance fairly significantly. Where originally the analysts were expecting about 42 cents a share, and they decreased it to about 33 cents a share. So it's almost a 25% haircut on the earnings expectations. So that's definitely going to have an impact. The stock is what are we down so far this morning? Because it was down about 9% earlier when I had taken a peek. Yeah, 18%. So yeah, it's continuing to drop fairly heavily. Yeah, it could be in play. Like we got 2.4 million shares. I'm always hesitant, primarily because it's a NYSE stock. So remember, stuff that trades on the New York Stock Exchange, you got to be very careful right at the open. Wait for the volume to come in. Right, once that volume hits, it'll give you the best indication of what the stock is likely to do over the next few minutes. But you got to wait for that volume because you can get caught otherwise. Now, if you jump in early, sometimes you can take advantage of it, but there's also a chance that it'll just move against you. So Foot Locker, Carlos, I think it's a possibility this morning.
Yeah, I should think it is. And again, you got to be patient with this one. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times be in play, and the first couple of minutes are very, very choppy until it settles down. And I expect that today, especially with the big move already happening in the pre-market at the market open, we might see some sideways action before we actually get a play in it. So I'll have it on my list. Everything looks good on it. 2.4 million shares traded, down 17%. I mean, it's definitely worth a watch here. All right. Next, Lunar. On actually, and we saw Nike here earlier today. Usually Nike gets affected a little bit by this, right? That they're a big Foot Locker supplier.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
down 1.7, 2.2 million shares traded, and they just got off the list here. I'd rather trade Foot Locker. I don't think Nike is going to get the volume or the movement that it usually you will get, but they're down slightly this morning. So um, I'm not sure if that would be a good one. We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's take a look at Lunar this morning. LUNR. We are down 17% on this thing. 5.5 million shares traded. Peter, I know this is one of your favorite tickers to at least watch. Maybe not trade, but at least watch. They're not doing so hot today.
Yeah, Intuitive Machines, they're down the secondary offering. They've issued another 9.5 million shares out there into the flow, and at an estimated price of $10.50, and that's what's taken them down here this morning. So probably not going to create tradable opportunities. I like watching it just because I find what their business interesting, but yeah, I don't trade it.
Yeah, I don't like it. We'll leave it alone here. UMAC continues to make our list this morning here again. They are down 17.8, 5.5 million shares traded. Hold on, no, wait. That's not it. UMAC is down 9.2, 784,000 shares traded. I don't like this ticker sitting on the American Stock Exchange. You know, the price actually could be a little bit different here. It looks like the fund might be over on this one, dropping down here from the highs of 23.75 just a few days ago down to 10.76. Peter, your thoughts on this? I mean, I'm not going to be watching this one. Doesn't look good for the way I trade.
Well, I like we go from our list, we go from intuitive machines to unusual machines. And unusual
Yeah.
machines here doesn't really have anything new. It's still, the news is all about them adding Donald Trump Jr. in an advisory role into the company roster. Yeah, I think, like you said, the fund's over. I think we said that yesterday. So, and it pretty much proved true. It's not really doing much. So, yeah, there's better stuff, I think, to spend your time on.
Yeah, I think so as well. CHWY, this is our stock Chewy here. So Chewy down 6.3, 1.1 million shares traded. Very active pre-market activity at the moment here. So might be worth a look at today, Peter. I'm not sure. Usually I don't trade this one. I like the way the price action is, but today might have something going on for it.
Yeah, earnings is the reason why we're seeing it, and it's normally only earnings that Chewy jumps up on our list. Um, they had their announcement sales were at 2.88 billion, which is slightly above analysts' expectations, but their earnings were below. They only delivered 23 cents a share when the expectation was 27 cents. Yeah. So sorry, no, they sorry adjusted profit of 20 cents when the expectation was 23 cents. So there you go. But anyways, they basically missed on earnings, and didn't the forecast was not good either. So the expectation is that that their fourth quarter is not going to be quite so good, and which is a shame because it's one of the bigger times of the year for them. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to end the year strong. Chewy, yeah, if you like to watch it, by all means. It's hit or miss. I find that it does get better volume once the market opens than you often see pre-market on this one. But it's another one of those NYSE tradable stocks. So this one you'd really have to wait and see what the market will deliver. So my opinion.
Yeah. Um, I'm not a big fan of this one. We'll leave it off my list for now. And last but not least on this gap down list, FRO. And if we look at FRO, oh, this is just pure garbage. Yeah, this is yeah. Look at this daily. Frontline. Oh, we've seen this before. Frontline. Yeah, it's garbage, garbage. All
Yeah,
right. I'm not gonna spend no time on that, Peter, unless you want to ask something. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about, nothing to see here. Um,
yeah.
all right,
It
Peter.
was earnings, but yeah, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, even with earnings, look how bad this is. Wow, that's pretty bad. All right, Peter, let's go to you. What do you like as far as gapping down this truck again, gapping down this morning, or any earnings that maybe we haven't covered yet?
The truck is busy there this morning. I think
Yeah.
I've talked about what I like, which is mostly on the gap up. The only thing I was watching gapping down is Meta. I think it's interesting only because it's going the opposite direction of all the rest of the Magnificent Seven, but it's not doing it aggressively. It's only down marginally. So I might just keep an eye on it just to see what it does at the open. I didn't see any news on it, so I don't think there's any particular reason it's gapping down, at least not that I'm aware of. So but I always like to look when it's going the other way. Um, the others, maybe a sector more than a stock, Carlos. We've been talking about crypto over the last little while, or maybe I should say Bitcoin specifically. When I look at Bitcoin this morning, it's down just a slight bit, and it continues to just hover in this range here where it's threatening the $100,000 price, but it just cannot get the energy up to get there. So waiting for the moment when these things are going to move. Probably not today, but I am watching them as they're gapping down. So that's all I've got on the downside of the list this morning, Carlos.
All right, there you go. All right, friends, let's see what you guys got this morning. Let's start here in our chat. I'm gonna log in here in our chat this morning, see what we got going on. I see Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia, I don't have it on my list, but it's been tough to trade. It hasn't been the easiest ticker to look at, but today they look good. Today they look like they want to get an actual breakout going. So that does look interesting. I do like the setup at the moment. We're up 1.3, volume 3.7 million shares traded, much lighter than what we're used to seeing out of Nvidia. But the setup today on the daily does look good, so I am going to add that one on deck this morning. I saw someone mention PLTR just a few minutes ago. I'm going to pull that one up as well and see what we got going on here. PLTR had a big day yesterday. Nice breakout there. Today, they're slightly up this morning, 2.3 million shares traded. So could be interesting. But again, PLTR is such a weird stock at times. Look at this action yesterday, right? We had a nice breakout, so the morning was fine. Then look at all this intraday action, Pete. I mean, this is weird. Look at this, how wiki this is. The drop here back to just all this chop sideways for like a couple of hours. So although the day looks great, a nice breakout, it mostly happened in the morning. Then after that, you really got nothing out of PLTR. So we're slightly up this morning. Pre-market action looks very active at the moment. Could be interesting. I'm going to add it on here. Could be interesting. PLTR will be on
Yeah,
deck this morning.
I did try and trade PLTR yesterday. I was looking to get a reversal on it as it was breaking higher early at the open. Didn't really get a good move, so I had to abandon that trade without, I mean, I made a small little bit on it, but not much. So yeah, PLTR, it's a tough one. I think it's a tough one to trade. Watching it yesterday, I wasn't that happy with the price action, so I was sort of happy to move on to other things.
Yep, absolutely. I'm seeing here. Oh wow, is it Abiel's birthday? Man, happy birthday, Abiel. Oh, I'm seeing that
Is
right
it?
now
Oh
coming
wow.
across the chat here. Yeah. So happy birthday, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. So happy birthday to you, man. Hope you have a great day today. All right, let's take a look here. What's the next one we have? I'm looking at chat. Uh, uh, uh,
We covered them,
okay,
didn't
what
we?
do we see?
Oh,
I think
SMCI maybe is worth
SMCI.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. This has been the hot one for the last couple of days. Been fun to watch. Yesterday gapped up, this sell off, so I had a lot of weakness. This morning still continues with the volume, 3.3 million shares traded, up almost 1% right now. It's been red and green this morning already. So I like watching SMCI, even on the days I do not trade it. It's been a fun ticker to look at, man. So I'm gonna put it on here. I think it's a really good stock to keep an eye on in case an opportunity arises. And when it does, it trades so well. So I want to be part of the action if it does take place here. So quick
All
look at
right,
Apple right
Carlos.
now. So if I look at, yeah,
Do
yeah, Peter.
is that your house? Is it here? I can't even tell. I just know I keep hearing like a smoke detector battery low warning. Is that at your place? What's happening?
It's not my house, and I don't see anything on fire or smell any smoke, so I think I should be fine.
Okay. I keep hearing
Yeah.
a beep. I honestly can't tell if it's happening here at the mansion or if it's happening in
Yeah.
my headpiece. All right. I'm not sure.
I
All
don't
right.
I don't hear anything here.
Well, it's only occasionally,
Let me
right?
know when
It's
you
one of
hear. I'll
those
keep
like,
I'll keep yeah, I
I
don't
heard the
I
beep
haven't
too.
heard anything. Okay.
okay, I'm not
Okay, so
crazy
Peter's
then,
not
because
Peter's not going
I,
crazy.
I,
Okay.
yeah, I know
You're
I'm
not
having one of
crazy.
those mornings, but okay, thank God, because I thought if I start hearing like weird beeping sounds, then I really have to cut back on the partying here. So yeah. There, it just
Yeah,
happened.
no,
Yeah, I heard it too.
absolutely. It's,
I think that's at your house,
It
Carlos,
does
because I
sound like
only
a
heard it
fire
in one
alarm
ear.
it's
battery
maybe
Yeah,
something
low.
out of battery or something. Because I
yeah.
got the noise
Anyway,
cancellation headphones,
okay,
so I can hear nothing.
all right.
But yeah, nothing's
I've
burning, so that's
distracted
good.
everybody, but
Not that I can see.
okay, well that's good. I mean, look, so everybody out there, you guys aren't crazy either. There really is a beeping. I saw in the chat room people starting to post them like, "You're right. I'm hearing a beeping as well," and so it's all good.
A
Yeah.
reminder
Yeah.
to
Oh my
replace your
God.
batteries in your fire alarms.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't have a fire alarm in this room, so if it's sounding, it's not coming from here. All right, friends, let's take a look. Apple up here, 0.5%. But look at the daily on Apple, man. It's been just ripping. We talked about this yesterday. Again, another great day for Apple. Just keeps going higher and higher. As far as intraday trading, it's been good. Oh, I heard it now. Okay, yeah, it's coming from here. I gotta see what's that beep. All right. So it's been slowly grinding higher and higher. I am going to add it to my list today. Again, nothing explosive on it, but man, it's been trading really, really nice as far as the daily goes. And yesterday had a great day. I mean, it took a while to get going here, but once it did, look at this beautiful trend play. Not a great 5 minute ORB, but if you are trend trading, this could be a really nice setup for you. So hopefully you can take advantage of that. All right, perfect. Let's stop here. 9:07. We got to get to community events and announcements. Then we're going to jump into some levels and then give it off to Brian and Andrew, who are going to be trading live from Colombia. So looking forward to that.
Indeed, and it is Wednesday today, which means it's Psychology Day. We're going to be having our webinar tonight at 8 o'clock with Dr. Kenneth Reed, who's going to be talking about how you can trade the open with an open mind. So always a good webinars from Dr. Reed. He's always got great insight. So hopefully you'll put that on your calendar and attend tonight. Again, that's for all of our elite members in the webinar room. Next week, Wesley is going to be taking over and talking about how you can trade disciplined and with good impulse control. So that'll be next week, next Wednesday, once again at 8 p.m. Now, normally on Wednesday, we've got a webinar that Brendan delivers about trading with Bookmap and how you can leverage Bookmap. He reached out to me yesterday. He's feeling a little under the weather, so we're going to cancel that one for today. Give him a break. Hopefully he feels better and is able to rejoin again soon. So get well soon, Brendan. So no webinar on Bookmap today. If you ever want to join us at Bearable Traders, or go to the website, find this page. It's right on the main page, and you can find out what all of the options are for joining the community. We've got a number of membership options from the basic right up to the platinum. And as you can see, our deal is still going on, the Cyber Monday deal on the Elite Annual and the Platinum. And the Platinum is a good one that allows you to also join the Peak Capital Bootcamp. So if you're interested, go check it out. You can get the details. As always, you can email us. We'll happily answer your questions and help you out in any way we can. If you want information on the markets, you guys know the place to go, tradingterminal.com. Go check it out. News, information on the markets, sales on its courses. The Academy is a great place with all sorts of cool courses and information. So check it out at tradingterminal.com. As you guys can see this morning, we're getting ready. I've turned my camera around. See, the view you guys have been used to the last couple of days, it was whiting out my camera. Let's see if I can. I've got like so many things plugged in. See, I want to show you guys. Let's see if I can like. You see out the window? Like that's what I'm looking at. I love this being in Colombia here. Look at this. What a great view. So that's what I get to look at out the window. This is what we get to look at in the room. And look behind me. Where is it? Oh, I got to go this way. We got our our baristas there serving coffee to everybody here, making sure we're all caffeinated and ready to go for the trading. Hopefully, you're also caffeinated as needed and ready to go this morning. Carlos, you want to set us some levels, and then I'll let everybody know what our moderators are watching. And like we said, we've got live trading going to be happening here from Colombia with Brian and Andrew, who are all ready and raring to go.
All right, absolutely, friends. Let's get some levels in place here. And actually, it was a fire alarm that was in one of my bags. I took the damn thing and threw it out the window, so it shouldn't be beeping here anymore. But it was a fire alarm that was making that beep, Peter, in here. All right, let's take a look here. Foot Locker.
Wait. Why do
Foot
you have a
Locker.
fire alarm? Why is it a smoke detector or a fire alarm? Why do you have that in a bag? That's not helpful.
Oh, because I still haven't unpacked my office. Remember when I redid this entire office? Remember we made it new?
Yeah.
I still got bags. I got to buy furniture. So I got a bag here with a couple of electronic stuff. There's a fire alarm in there, I guess from the old office. But yeah,
Oh.
I went searching for the beep. It just threw that thing outside.
All
All
right.
right,
Well,
let's see here.
if there's any
Uh,
fire marshals listening, don't go visit Carlos. He's good.
yeah. Don't come looking for me. Let's take a look here. Foot Locker, very active this morning. Again, hit or miss. I don't think usually doesn't trade very well. Very choppy at the market open, but I am going to mark down a 1950 here, the low of the pre-market. Then it's going to be 2163 here, and above that, another great daily level, right around this area, 2307 looks really, really good. So let's mark those there towards the top. You do have the highs and lows right in this area, so we don't need to add anything else when it comes to Foot Locker. Below that 1950, in case you do want to slam down lower, we are hitting 52-week low as we're dropping there. So 52-week low, as we're seeing here. And let me see, we're going to have to go back to, what is this? August, October of 2023 was the last time we were below this. So we do have a daily level around 1855 and also 1752. So let's see how Foot Locker does. Again, it all comes down to how it's going to trade at that market open. My experience it has been a little bit rough, but let's see if today if they can change that. I have NVIDIA on deck. NVIDIA, man, breaking out really nice right now. It is up 1.3. Great volume. Let's remove some of these older levels. Pre-market high right now is setting up at 142.28. So we'll mark that there. And then above that, we're going to be looking at 144.57. And then right over here at 146.92. So great levels towards the top. You're all set when it comes to NVIDIA. PLTR, man, great day yesterday. Horrible. I mean, great move, but really horrible trading after the first like 15 minutes here. Didn't really trade all that well. High of the pre-market today is going to be a 72.19. The low is just slightly above the previous day close at 71.03. So we'll mark those two there. And then I believe all-time highs on PLTR. I believe we are. So there's no levels above where the price action is right now. So that's PLTR for you. Again, good volume. A little bit of some weakness the last couple of minutes, but I think it's worth watching. A good buddy of ours, SMCI, levels will be easy on this one. You're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. Just going to mark down the high of the pre-market at 40.95 and then the low over at 39.59. Once you do that, you're pretty set when it comes to SMCI. Apple, again, just grinding higher and higher. Pre-market action looks very messy right now, so really got to wait for the market open, see how this thing is going to trade. 243.69 is the high of the pre-market, and the low is down to 242.05. So once you do that, you're pretty much set here on Apple. Again, making all-time highs. This stock is just on fire, man. August, this thing is supposed to have 196. Has made a incredible recovery since then. So that's my list, guys. Foot Locker, NVIDIA, PLTR, SMCI, and Apple. I got a bunch of stuff in the secondary too that we'll be taking a look at if they do become active throughout the day. All right, Peter, tell us what our team is watching. Then we'll head over to Andrew and Brian trading live this morning.
I'm just making sure my mute is off. Okay, I didn't know which position it was in. Yes, indeed. All right, so our lists are in, and actually Andrew and Brian are up first with their list. They're going to be watching Foot Locker, Chewy, NVIDIA, Marvell, and OKTA on Brian's side. Andrew's going to be watching much the same, but he's also added CRM, SMCI, and NVIDIA, and Tesla to his list. Thor's in, going to be watching Tesla, Amazon, Google, NVIDIA, and Hood. Interesting you put Robin Hood on the list. Phil is going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, Coin, and Nike. Mike will be just focusing on Tesla and Apple. Jared looking at CRM, Apple, SMCI, and Lunar. I like that he's watching Lunar. I'm not sure he's going to get any good trading on it, but he'll let us know, I'm sure. Who else we got? We got Phil. Did I mention Phil? Phil, anyways, is in with the list with NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Coin, and Nike. I'm going to be taking a look at my usual three, AMD, NVIDIA, and Tesla. And I'm also going to keep an eye on the CRM and Foot Locker. And last but not least, Megan. She's here. I saw her chopping something up in the kitchen behind me. She's going to be trading Google, AMD, and NVIDIA. So as we got for our moderators so far, again, just a reminder from a market perspective, we do have some economic data, or at least we have some market impactful events happening this afternoon. 1:40, Powell is speaking, so that press conference could affect the market. Usually when Powell speaks, you got to be careful in case the market reacts. And then at 2 p.m., the Fed beige book is released. So that's happening later this afternoon. Earlier towards the open, we do have the services PMI that is coming out, and I can't remember the other data. Oh, and the ISM services at 10. So the PMI at 9:45 and ISM services at 10 a.m. So all of that in mind as you're trading this morning. I hope everybody trades well and smart and is going to have a good day. I want to give a shout out to Abiel on our team. He's behind the scenes, always making things work for our chat room. Everybody out there, it's his birthday today. So everybody wish him a happy birthday in the chat room. He's a great guy, and we love having him as part of the team. So happy birthday, buddy, and have a fantastic one. All right. We need our live traders here to. There you go. That's a good picture. Abiel's the one on the left, just to be clear. So.
yes.
All right. I think Andrew and Brian are getting ready.
Okay.
I need to see them join in
we'll
here.
Switch over to them as soon as they're ready to make sure the sound is good and that they're real. So we can switch over to them whenever they are. There it is. See Andrew. Oh, you got cameras.
Yes, I am. I'm ready to go. Can you guys hear me?
Beautiful. All right, guys, we're going to disconnect to make sure the bandwidth is good. So trade safe, guys. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I can't hear Brian yet. Not through the chat room. I can hear you through the room.
Oh, okay. That's. Oh, let me check.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
There we go.
Sure.
All right.
So Brian, there was a beautiful girl behind you last time. Where are you now? It was Megan. I saw in the video. All right, so another all-time high, huh? How's your 401k doing, guys?
Yeah, no kidding.
That looks interesting. CRM is very interesting. It's up 11%, but it's actually selling off significantly. Let's see what's going to do. Just a few minutes before the open. If it comes above the VWAP, again, typical opening range breakup for me for CRM is, closes above the VWAP. CRM can also sell off all day, even though it's gapping up, so it could be profit taking. We don't know until we see the opening price. Foot Locker got destroyed. Rising level, shorting it at VWAP at around $20.50, $20.63.
Yeah. So it's Marvell breaking out here. And
again, sorry guys about if the quality of the sound is a little bit bad. It's whenever we are traveling, we always have these issues. Even, for example, some of the summits will have these issues. So I do apologize for that. But the good thing is we're here. Qs are up 1%, SPYs a little bit. Amazon is also hitting all-time high, 1% up.
Yeah. I don't, Brent. I guess you don't need me to do the. Do I need to do the?
Nope.
Team
You're all
viewer
good.
thing or this morning or?
No.
Okay.
You're all good.
Okay. Cool. Cool beans. All right. See, Thor's with us.
Actually, coffee is amazing, guys. They have this. There are two guys who think they have a coffee farm. The fourth generation of coffee makers in that farm in Colombia. So they actually, do everything for you, and then they actually bring it. It's amazing. Like the coffee is great. So nice. So
good morning to Ratzilla.
Yeah, so that's the coffee stands. They just, do the French press for you right in front of you. It's great. They do the delivery too for me because they're lost, so they're just. It's a good premium coffee. Okay, all right, that's awesome.
Very good. very good copy.
So, okay, so for me, again, I'm looking at these stocks that I have. We want to see, we want to see which one we're gonna get a really nice opening range break up or break down. It looked like it was the earning, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So Foot Locker is coming up. If it closes above the VWAP, could be opening range break up too. Sometimes these earning plays they overreact. So right now it's coming back near the VWAP. Could be a long too. Yeah, like, I don't have anything against not going long on the stocks that are gapping down significantly, but it depends where it closes compared to the VWAP.
I like looking at Chewy, possible rising devil. So shorting it near the VWAP 3250 if it gets back up there. Tesla's kind of
All
selling
right.
off a
So
little bit right now. There seems to be a pretty decent number of stocks that have some potential. I'd be it's Apple could top out here today around 244.
I also like NVIDIA. It trades very nicely in the pre-market.
Yeah,
It's gapping up 1.3%. I'm potentially
I've
looking at
got
NVIDIA long.
I've got 144 as a level for a potential area of resistance on Nvidia, where it kind of stalled out back in the middle of October.
SMCI had also big volatile pre-market going down and up like 2%. And Roku, never really big fan of trading Roku, but it's now gapping up really this very nicely to this range shift. Could be a really nice breakout toward 82, I think. But I'm looking at the price action. Price action. We need a lot of volume in Roku. I was never really a fan of so uh, feedback. Feedback.
I think Andrew and Brian are both in the submarine right now. The depth finder has located them.
Let me see if I have the. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I have the. Alright. Okay, so I am back. Can you guys hear me in the chat room? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So it seems that when I am actually online, we don't have get the echo. But when Brian is coming, both of us at the same time coming, we actually sat separately, but we kind of we got the echo. All right. All right. So having said that, MRVL is also quite interesting. 15%. This one is something that I think we traded in the past. MRVL. That could be also a good opening edge breakup. Had a massive run in the market, pre-market. Now it's dropping. right, so that's the situation. Let's see. Bob. Bob's is doing hire an audio guy. I swear to God, we always hire the audio team, but all right. Yeah, it looks like internet is a little bit better today. We have a few minutes to the open. Yeah, it looks like the internet. I think also there's less people trading. A lot of people went out last night, so a lot of drunk people right now in the villas are sleeping. So we lost half of the traders. Casualties, casualties. Yeah, drunk trading is. Paris definitely is sleeping. Paris was the one that went down really fast. Um, Perfecto. Yeah, I didn't go out during the week, but toward the end of the week, maybe in the weekend, I go some partying, but I just can't. I need my sleep. Bitcoin is at 97,000, 96,800. So that's also interesting. Tesla, let's see, take a look at Tesla. Tesla has been in the range like the last 2 days. If you look at the daily chart on the last 2 days on Tesla, it's just very little range and kind of like a doji. So the last 2 days, if you look at the December 3rd and 4th, especially yesterday, was horrible. So if it breaks out of this range, above 360 or below 350, 347, maybe more volatile. But it seems that it's not really in play. Nvidia is nicer because Nvidia kind of popped up to this last few days and now potentially can go higher. At least I prefer Nvidia over Tesla now. I like also Amazon. Amazon is at all-time high. So if you look at the Amazon daily chart, all-time high was back in November 14, right around where we are here, 216. So if it breaks out, then we are could be Amazon definitely could be a good opening range breakout. But the good thing about Amazon is that really nice option chain for it. So like Avi is trading like 100 contracts of Amazon, no problem. Which call it the fraud. So Brian is short Chewy. I don't think Brian. You can hear Brian. Can you guys hear Brian in the chat? Oh, you turn your mic on. Okay. Yeah. So Brian is short Chewy. Yeah, it's because it creates an echo. So you have to stick with me. But if the Brian says something interesting, I'll translate it for you. All right. Let's see. Amazon volume is amazing. All right. So Brian is covering his short and chewy. Let's see if he survived the internet here. I like the volume on Amazon. CRM is still below the VWAP. Yeah, Amazon is breaking all-time high. I look at potential 1 minute pre-range breakup on Amazon. Let's see if giving it a little bit of more time. Yeah, it's very strong. Yeah, Amazon is on fire. Let's see if you can get a pullback on it. All right, so Amazon is slowly coming down and potentially trying to. I'm getting long Amazon 216.19. Let's see if you can get break of 217. adding a little more on that. I'm getting partial fills, but let's see. Amazon potentially goes to 217. That would be nice. Stop loss would be below the VWAP. All right, so CRM is selling off really bad. Ah, shit, Amazon. Amazon is that the VWAP. Let's see if it survives this pullback or not. Trying to add a little bit on Amazon on this pullback to 216.64. Let's see. Hopefully we survive this pullback. Let's see if go to 217. Okay, now, come on, come on, come on. Break off 217, Amazon, please. All right, so still holding the VWAP according to what I see in my chart. Hopefully it's not delayed. Q's down. All right, let's see if Amazon is holding the VWAP. Let's see if one more time going for the break of 217, which is all-time high. I have a fairly big size on Amazon. If my mom knows how much Amazon I have, she would be very upset. All right, there you go, 217. Yes, come on. All right, so 217. Yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to go much higher, is it? Could. Let's see, Amazon 217.10. All right, I have like a big position on Amazon. Maybe I should start partially. I want to see if I can get to one-to-one risk to reward. So, all right, 217.40. Okay, now I'm starting partially Amazon 217.40. All right, let's see if you can go to 217.50. Now Amazon's like, if you had Amazon calls now, it would have been much, now I wish I had the power of leverage on it. I have 8,000 shares of Amazon now. But with this buying power, you could have actually get way more contracts on Amazon. It would have been much nicer profit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be in Amazon next week, so that's a very interesting coincidence. So Amazon is at all-time high, so this is no charted territory. Let's see. Amazon is dropping. Let's see. All right, I'm getting a stop out on Amazon. I'm all out of Amazon because it came back to my break-even point. Turned out to be an okay, profitable day, but a profit trade, but not the way that I wanted. CRM coming back up. Brian is covering more Chewy. Short. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA also garbage. SMCI. Oh yeah, SMCI is interesting. So now my focus is back on SMCI. Let's see. Might go to R3 for, oh, there you go. Yeah, SMCI turned out to be nice. MRVL, people are saying MRVL. Yeah, very nice volume on MRVL. It's probably gonna go through 115. Yeah, MRVL is very nice. I'm gonna jump on MRVL on 114.43. Let's see if we can get a pop to 115. MRVL. I'm I'm long MRVL at 114.38. Let's see if we can pop to 115. Spread is not great on it actually. MRVL, let's see. Right, adding a little bit more on MRVL at below 114. Kind of chased it and now I have to pay the price. It's Amazon. MRVL. Amazon is still holding the VWAP. Let's see if MRVL can go back up. No, Brian has muted his microphone. So what Brian did a really nice at the open short and chewy. It's his typical rising level. So he finds these really big stocks and short in the first pop. That's what he did. MRVL, let's see if we can go to 115. It's the daily chart look like it's an all-time high. Yeah, MRVL is also all-time high, so there's really not much levels to expect. All right, let's see if MRVL can go to 115. My average is 114.17 on MRVL. Come on, MRVL. You are at all-time high. You can do it. Is MRVL? Oh, there you go. MRVL is going up. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get to 115. All right, here we go. 114.68. Let's see. Come on, come on. Squeeze the shorts. I'm gonna start partialing out at near 115 on MRVL because my entry unfortunately is not great, but I have a very big size, so I don't want to hold a big size. All right, so almost 115. Amazon is going back up. Should I get back into Amazon? I don't know. Yeah, Amazon is going back up. Yeah, I'm getting back long on Amazon. I got a partial fill on Amazon at 217.47. Let's see if Amazon can break the highs again. I'm also long an MRVL at 114.17. So let's see if these two add a little bit of profit to our life. All right, so MRVL is popping up at 115. All right, MRVL is actually super nice. I might actually get out of my Amazon position because it was a bad trade. It's not moving as much. I will focus on MRVL. This is a way better trade. MRVL is a way better trade. I have a bigger position on that too. It's more volatile. I'm out of on my Amazon long second time, but MRVL I'm still long on it. Let's see. It's super nice. It's Tesla doing garbage. Apple is a garbage. Nvidia is a piece of garbage. Ah, shit. Why was short Amazon? Brian, are you trading Amazon? Oh my God, Marvel 116. That's very nice. It's kind of tricky to get into Marvel MRVL because I kind of it was kind of breakup high today. I was very uncomfortable holding it for a pullback, but now it's going. So we are in a safe zone. At least I am with my entry. I have 6,000 shares of Marvel, partially out a little more here near 116. Amazon is going to break out, but I don't want to be in there. Pierre, what did you do? Pierre shorted Nvidia, very nice. Right live in the room. Yes, Marvel baby. I think Amazon is going to go in. I don't want to jump in there. Risk to reward is not there for me. Roku, what did Roku do? Yeah, Roku was shopping people. Foot Locker never really closed above the VWAP. Chewy is bouncing back. Brian, I assume you're out of Chewy completely, yes? All right, Marvel is pulling back. I'm very close to get a stopped out. Um, yeah, getting out of Marvel. I think Marvel most likely is going to stop me out because again, my entry wasn't great on Marvel. All right, I'm all out of Marvel, guys. I'm flat on all my positions. So uh, SMCI is making new high today. Yeah, SMCI is interesting. Yeah, SMCI was a very nice. I'm actually pretty good. I don't know if I want to make another trade. Yeah, that turned out to be an interesting day for me. How much did you make eventually? Initial shares average. Shares in Europe. As a matter of fact, I had a good day. Thanks to Marvel, obviously. Marvel looks like it wants to go back up. I got to stop out on it, and that's usually the problem. Yesterday happened to you get a stopped out at the break even, and then it goes back up. But I prefer to have that. I prefer to watch it rather than just keeps going down, and I think, oh no, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. You can always get back in there if you want, but I prefer not to touch it. Amazon is also super choppy. Amazon, I think it was the day that you could trade options on it. For the shares, the range was small. SMCI is very interesting. One day that I didn't trade SMCI is now trading nicely. Roku is coming back up. Maybe a trade on the Roku. Let's see. Let's see how trade Roku is trading. It's coming back up. 81. I'm gonna get a long on Roku. 81.34. Oh, be careful. This spread is really bad on it. Actually, I regret to entering it. So if you're not trading it, don't. The spread is really bad on Roku. Okta sold off. Marvel's coming back up. Shui's coming back up. Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Tesla is bouncing back, huh? Yeah, Roku is a nightmare. There's no order flow. Spread is bad. Some CI is pulling back. CRM is actually interesting. CRM is shit. I didn't see CRM. CRM now is popping above the VWAP, and that could be an interesting trade. Yeah, it's holding the VWAP, might actually continue going higher. The usual suspects like Nvidia and Apple, they didn't do much. Brian is shorting Chewy again in the VWAP. He didn't. CYCN. Wow, CYCN is crazy too. CYCN is crazy. Be careful of CYCN, guys. This one is a low float. I already got halted once. Be careful on that. What's PLTR doing? PLTR is all-time high. From setting off. The Marvel is coming down. I'm gonna get a long on CRM at 367.18. Stop loss would be below 364.50, below the VWAP. Let's see if this one wants to get the stay above the VWAP and might continue going higher. SPY's up, Q's are up. Shit, CRM is dropping. Yeah, CRM is dropping, guys. I'm gonna get stop down on CRM. Yeah, I gotta stop down on CRM, guys. Piece of products. It's another perfect example of a stop trading when you're good. Don't trade if you don't need to anymore. Yeah, I gave most of my profit back on this CRM trade. SMCI is also pulling back. Qs want to break out. Yeah, Mara. Yeah, it doesn't seem that they have a huge range. Qs really want to go break your high of the day. Microsoft and Amazon. Amazon, yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft, is that all-time high in Microsoft? No. But it was nice. Will had a very nice phone out. Tesla short 920. Yeah, that turned out to be a nice short on Tesla. Ali in the chat room says, "How do we become disciplined? My problem is I make money. I should be shutting down after hitting target." That's exactly what happened to me. I could tell a very nice day turned out to be probably it's going to turn out to be a red day for me. Like having a profit target is as important as having a stop loss target for the day. Um, So, probably you have to go through this pain a couple of times and then to realize that it's not really worth it. Like I was up $11,000 on MRV with back all on CRM. So, I mean, I should have stopped that. That's a really nice 10K day. So, having a profit target, I'm a little bit different because I'm also sometimes feel that, okay, I got to trade for people when I'm talking about trade setups. But because you don't share anything, you don't probably you're in a better. You might trade as out of boredom, and one of the best way of doing it is just walk away, close it, and goodbye. Go do something else with your life. Go to work, go to run, go for a park. Take your dog out, do something. Just stay away from this gamble. It is gambling. It is really gambling. So CYCN is a butcher shop. Let's see what the Roku does, guys. I'm long Roku at 81.49. Let's see if it pops up. If I can get out of it at the break even, I'd rather to get in. Let's see. I'd rather to get out of at the break even on Roku. AMD. Yeah, everything else, I don't know. I mean, Josh is asking why don't I trade in a simulator? Well, actually, it's a good idea. If you're done trading and you think something and you want to practice it, you can trade it on a simulator. I kind of am out of just getting into a simulator. I don't take it as serious. You know, I, it just gives me a false hope of I'm such a great trader. And if I make losses on it and then I might lose my confidence, I kind of stay away from trading on a simulator. I can do commentary. I don't have to make a trade. It's just something behind my mind that, oh, maybe I should do that if it's really. But Amazon broke the all-time high. Nice, good for him. Good for Jeff Bezos. Oracle's breaking out. Marvel is coming back up. Marvel is super nice. Marvel turned out to be a very nice bounce. Worst of all is was CRM. It's just a nightmare. It's such a stupid. Yeah, SMCI. I don't know. I kind of SMCIs. I don't know. I don't feel that I want to trade SMCI again. All right, I'm gonna get out of my Roku position at 81. It might go up, but I don't want to be exposed on it. It ended up a $3,000 loss for me for the day. SPY broke the highs. SPY new high of the day, new all-time high. Congratulations to all the bulls. So Samir, if you want to be patient, you have to trade only when you have a trade book. Like imagine Brian, for example, when he trades, he says, okay, I'm short Chewy rising devil. I'm short Tesla 920. He always put a strategy behind it. If you enter a trade and you can't say what's the trade, then you shouldn't be in that trade. And most of the time you can't say what's going to happen. A lot of people are asking, and what happens to AMD? The answer is most of the time I don't know. I can't say if it's a long or short. Only very little time you actually can say this is super strong or this is super weak. And those are the times that you have to trade. That's why we emphasize on building a trade book. every single trade that you do must have a trade book name. If you don't, then you should probably beat that trade. Like, for example, MRVL, the trade that I did was the break of high of the day or 5 minute opening range breakout. Actually, it was a 5 minute opening range breakout with break of high of the day. A lot of time, these strategies actually overlap with each other. What else I traded today that worked? Amazon was also, tried to be a 1 minute opening range breakout. It's actually going really nicely now. So having a strategy is super, super important. Having a name for your strategy is super important. Oh, that is the situation. The United Health CEO died. Is that a real true story? United Health CEO murdered in New York City. I saw that in X. The stock is popping up 2%, so people like it probably. Amazon was really nice if you could trade it on options. It's now going up. It's probably all-time runner, all-day runner, so it's gonna go up. I didn't make much money on it. I'm glad I got out of Roku. Roku is really losing it. Yeah, Marvel is also. I mean, the entry makes a huge difference. If I had an entry at like 112 on Marvel, I would have still hold it. But my entry was like 114, so that makes a huge difference having a good entry or not. Like even Amazon, if yeah, damn Amazon. Jeez. What did you get out, Brian? Tesla short, yeah. Yeah, Tesla is running up. NVIDIA going in the wrong direction. NVIDIA is gonna go red. SPY broke down high of the day. Microsoft was also super strong. Yeah, Amazon's super nice. Brian, if you want to go microphone, I'm gonna mute myself. So if you want to go online, hand it over to Brian quickly.
Brian, you're still on mute. Sorry, Brian, you're still on mute.
All right, guys, I'm here. I got some pastan de pollo. It's a Colombian breakfast. You gotta be here, guys. You gotta be here. All right. Is the number came out? Is the number came out? Because the SPY dropped. Something I think coming out at 10, yeah? I saw non-manufacturing lower. PLTR is selling off. Now PLTR is getting interesting. PLTR is selling off now. Potential S4, 68.27 could be a bounce. Yeah, PLTR is interesting. So we have to leave. I personally have to leave at 10:45 because we are moving out of our villas. If by 10:45, before 10:45, PLTR hits the S4, 68.27, I'm going to take a long on it. May not get there, but we'll see. Tesla is garbage. So Brian did a 9:20 trade on Amazon. No, 9 a.m. and bounce for a break of 5 today. Yeah, Amazon is super strong. Marvel broke of 5 today. Wow. What is Marvel? What does this company do? Chip company. Ah, amazing. Amazing. All right, so I'm sitting at $3,000 loss now. Let's see. If the PLTR is setting up, I might get a bounce on PLTR. I think Amazon is a little bit too late for me to enter because I go with big size for a scalp. I think it's too late. Even Marvel, I think it's too late. It's extended. If PLTR goes down to S4, would be a super nice. Foot Locker is coming back. Shoes garbage. Yeah, some CRM is garbage. SMCI is also choppy. Is there anything else? What about that? The low float stock CYCN. Oh, it's a butcher shop. Look at that. Drop from $7 to $7.20 to $6.50. It's a butchery. Guys, believe me, stay away from these low float stocks. They're just destroying lives. It's not. They're not consistent. You can't make consistent money out of these really volatile stocks. You may get lucky a few times, but getting consistent profit out of them is really difficult. PLTR hitting buy levels watching. Yeah, Jared, I want PLTR. There's 68.27. I want it there. SMCI. Honestly, SMCI. I'm not a fan of SMCI today. It's kind of between previous day close and R3. It doesn't seem to me a very day that I want to trade. Amazon again, break of 219. Unbelievable. Marvel is also, yeah, out of Amazon is probably going to go to 220. Muy bien, muy bien. ELF. Let's see. Yeah, ELF was nice too. There's not a lot of order flow on ELF. Nvidia is coming back up. Tesla, I told you, Tesla is super choppy. It has to break out of that range. It's just a very low range on the daily chart. Okta turned out to be nothing. Marvel, yeah, Marvel is continue going higher. Yeah, Marvel is really good. I made most of my money on Marvel today. PLTR, Will is gonna go long on PLTR, huh? Yeah, looks like he wants to make a new 5-minute high. Great. Jared is also long PLTR. I was waiting to sell off a little bit more, but it looks like it's reached to a point that bounced back. Yeah, it looks like it's bouncing back. Now it's making PLTR is making new 5-minute high, 69.11. Might be a little too late for me to jump in there. Nvidia is nice backing up. Tesla is the Apple. Yeah, SPY is strong. Qs are back strong. Waiting for guys, slowly looking forward. Let's see what we can find. SMCI looks like it wants to go back up, huh? Maybe I should have jumped in SMCI. Fuck, Roku is back up. Ah. Market is really rallying now. Qs are breaking out. Everything's bouncing back. SMCI is going up. Even Roku came back up. Roku is going to go for a high today. Yeah, so Amazon, I make a mistake on Amazon. I jumped into MLVL. Like if I was sticking to my Amazon, it would have been much better. Then I started a big position on MRVL. I just said, okay, I focus on MRVL. It's not as volatile, Amazon. Like it's moving much slower. MRVL was way more volatile. So I said maybe I put my focus and energy on managing MRVL. I kind of regret doing it now, but because seeing the Amazon is going up. But sometimes you have to choose your battle. Like at one point, I have two positions. MRVL was a big position. Nvidia long. Gary's going to Nvidia long, huh? Kind of don't like Nvidia either. It's kind of. Let's see if you can get a long on PLTR. Might be late, but been a nice. Yeah, PLTR looks like it wants to bounce. I'm getting a long on PLTR now, 69.30, small size. Potentially you can add if you can get a better pullback. So I'm long on PLTR at 69.27. Let's see. My target is on 5-minute and moving average at 69.66. Can get there. $220 on Amazon. Yes. Yeah, it's coming. Like adding a little bit more on PLTR at 69.36. Let's see if like 5-minute candlestick was bullish. Let's see if we can hold this. Come on, PLTR. You can pop up. Broke the high for the day. Alright, PLTR is popping up. Come on, PLTR. Yes. PLTR. 1,000. Nice. Come on, come on, come on. 69.50 PLTR. Wow, Qs are super strong. Jared, what's your analysis on PLTR? Do you think it has the room to go up more? Let's see if PLTR can go to 69.50 and above. My average is 69.29. Let's see. I like the 5-minute on PLTR is bullish. What is happening with Meta? Meta's popping up. Yeah, Qs are super strong. All the tech names are strong. Like Amazon is probably leading everybody. Super strong. Like Qs are up, SPY. So Rahul, I'm taking a reversal. So for a reversal, I'm gonna probably get a stopped out, but you can get the long on the stocks below the VWAP if you're taking a reversal. Essentially, it has to be very extended, and then you're taking the long when it's super extended. Now PLTR seems that it's super big, so I'm gonna stop out on PLTR at 69, and I'm gonna monitor it. Yeah, so I gotta stop that on the PLTR. All right, PLTR is going down. I'm out of PLTR long, guys. So yeah, PLTR looks like it wants to go back low of the day. I'm gonna get back long on PLTR at 69. I'm back long on PLTR at 69. 69.5. We're adding a little bit here. It looks like trying to make a double bottom. See if you can go back up to 69.50. This time a little bit bigger size than the first time. So back long, guys, in PLTR for me. In the chat room, we adding a little bit more on it than 69.28. Let's see if we can get to 69.50. Is going up to, I think PLTR has the potential to go up above 69.50 now. Okay, so it's FL. It's going up. Paris just woke up. The party man. Come say hi to the people. He's alive.
Hello.
He's alive. Here, he's alive. There's too much party in his blood. So it's, I'm still long on PLTR. Let's see if we survive this pullback. Amazon is pulling back. Yeah, SMCI is a nightmare. I'm still long on PLTR. The average is 69.18. I want to see if you can get above 69.50. Oh, there you go, popping up. All right, come on, PLTR. No, actually, in the 5 minutes, PLTR is actually interesting because you had one bullish candlestick at 10:05, and then now you had a doji at 10:15. So that's why I'm staying in there. For potential, the first target is 69.50, a moving average on 5 minute chart. Um, it tried to go down twice and it bought back up. So that's why I'm holding a position that's from 69.18. It's a very big position. So this one either make it or die. 69.33, here we go. I'm not partialing until 69.50. Let's see. Because you also don't want to partial too early. If for example, I gave it like 30 cents, so I have to at least partial 30 cents. If I want to keep just partialing as soon as I'm green a little bit, then I screw my risk to reward. Let's see. Still hopeful. If the 5 minute makes a new high, become higher high and higher low, it means that the pattern has changed. SPY is still strong, Qs are still strong, so market is showing some sort of a strength. Let's see. And since I haven't partialed, so I don't get a stop down even. So my stop loss is still original, like below 68.96. But if I was partialing now, then every time that it comes to test my break-even point, I should get out. Let's see if PLTR can break above this mini level of 69.40. If I lose on this PLTR, it's Jared's fault. Because he does. Bonjour. 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 Mr. President, did you have a good day?
It's okay.
I'm
Rising double trade, that's good.
So I'm negative red, so hopefully if this PLTR works, then I can get out of this mess. If not, then all right, so PLTR is coming up. Come on, come on, come on. Make a new 5 minute high. This is the worst situation you can be in there. right, so this is the moment of truth for PLTR. One way or another, we're gonna see if it's gonna go up or not. So you see, it becomes like a very slow price action. It's gonna eventually go one way or another. All right, so it looks like it wants to one more time go 69.38. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go 69.45. All right, I want to see if PLTR can hit 69.50. It might not actually. Qs are going back to the high of the day. Marvel still going up. Wow, what a day. What a day for tech companies. I think PLTR, I'm going to get out of it. Guys, I'm going to get out of PLTR completely. Yeah, this one doesn't. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. I got out of PLTR completely. I'm accepting the loss today. It's 7,800. That is. Shit, PLTR is going up. Yeah, I'm accepting the loss on today. I'm going to call it a day. There's no really setup that I really like. Yeah, so PLTR is now popping up. Yeah. Shit, 69.50. No. Cabron. Fuck. All right, so that's.
Still in PLTR?
No, I got out of it. Now it's moving up. Why did I do that? Damn.
Oh, look at it. Now it broke out.
Yeah. So Brent, I don't know if you can get my screen. No, actually, you can't get my screen. So because I'm not sharing. So my biggest loss was on Roku, unfortunately. My biggest win was on Marvel break of life today, and I should have really stopped on Marvel. I was like 10,000 up. I should have stopped trading it, but yeah, Jared,
PRP.
patience, Richard Parker.
Is
Yeah,
that our new acronym?
yeah. No, I'm not gonna get back to PLTR because again, it's. I think PLTR has. I think the entry is super important on PLTR. I don't want to go long. If I go long at 69.55, where do I want to put my stop loss? I have to put my stop loss. A meaningful stop loss would be 69. So it's like, how much is it? Like 50, 60 cents stop loss. And then The first one that I need to get is 70. So it's a risk to reward is just not there for me.
I heard Peter was about DJT this morning. I was expecting it to go, and now I'm gonna maybe Peter's in it now. Either way, if you're in DJT,
Yeah, DJT's at 35.
yeah. It's kind of breaking out on a daily here.
Yeah, it is.
This yesterday's close was kind of like a breakout level. We're above it now.
Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is again flat. I don't trust these squeezes on Tesla. I don't think it's tradable for me.
That huge drop after a squeezing down in that top.
Yeah, Microsoft's going back up. Meta,
Nvidia's going back up. Qs are breaking out to
here's all-time high.
Yeah.
Oh my god, unbelievable. This year is one of the best years since like 1998. It wasn't a year like this.
You were talking about DJT, did you?
No, I was right.
You were right. Yeah, look at that. What a prognosticator. And I say that with all due respect.
YouTube's asking about laptop. Oh, laptop. So today is Wednesday, and we gave a laptop, but I don't have the picker in this software here. So we will do it next week, and I'm really, really sorry for that. Good in there.
Google's really breaking out.
Yeah, everything's great. Foot Locker is also really nice going
Yeah,
on.
next week they're going to be in Amazon, right?
Yes. Yeah, but we have an excuse. We have 1 week to make another excuse.
Wow.
So Ryan BC, yeah, we do something exciting. So we're gonna wrap up the trading by 10:45, and we're gonna leave the villas. We're gonna go to a different city. On the way, we're gonna stop for a very nice restaurant on top of a hill. So, and that is the plan for the day.
Yes, that's the plan.
Tesla is popping up, Ryan.
Yeah.
As soon as we said we don't want to trade Tesla, just boom. SPY's all-time high. Qs are all-time high. CRM is garbage. Ray, yeah. Inverse Andrew, yeah. Whatever I do, just go inverse it. ELTR is going to go through 70, I think. Yeah, it's now it's the pattern is really high, 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 low is very strong. It's going to go higher. Okay, guys, remember in 10 minutes we're going to cut it off from here. So we're going to wrap it up by 10:45 from Colombia. I think Thor is coming at 11, so if Jared or anyone else in the chat room can come for that 15 minutes, that would be appreciated. If not, then just excuse us for that 15 minutes. Keep that um, there is no moderation because we have to really go back to the other villa pack, and we leave by 12. Yeah, SPY's breaking out very nicely. Qs are breaking out. Man, the life is good, man.
Life is
The
good.
life is very good.
This is when this is when when everything feels too good to
Too good to be true,
be true.
indeed.
Probably is.
Guys, a really big shout out to the people who are not in Colombia and covering John, for example, Jared, John Rapsida, Thor, anyone, all the team members that they're not in Colombia. Thank you so much. Sorry about via us be not available. So thanks again. Really appreciate you guys, and I'm sure members will appreciate that. Yeah, PLTR looks like he wants to go hit the VWAP. There you go. So he did hit the VWAP. That was a really good trade that I got out of it. Yeah, 70. I think it's gonna test the 70. If it closes above the VWAP, can continue going higher. Jared did a very nice trade on it. But again, if I were long, I would have been mostly out by now. So the target would be the 5 minute moving averages and potentially VWAP. I don't bet on it to go much higher above the VWAP because sold off really heavy at the open. That was a really good trade that I was hoping to get. I don't know why, for some reason, I just got out of it. I was impatient. What a day. What a day.
Another record highs on the Dow. Probably in the
Another
Q.
amazing time.
Yeah. This one is so good. Okay. S5, Qs. Probably another record day on the Dow. So it's sold off again. Came right back up after that was hot from the back.
Ray, congratulations. Inverse of Andrew. That's a good trade.
It's like Kathy Wood.
Yeah, inverse, yeah.
Inverse Kathy Wood ETF. What is it, ARK K or something like that?
Arc S, I think. No? Arc S,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh no, S Arc. S Arc. Sarc.
yeah. Yeah, SARK. Yes, that's correct. Market, yeah, it's starting to pull back a bit. It had such an amazing run yesterday, big breakout. Probably a little bit toppy here, some profit taking. How's it going, Mike? Mike's over there. He's looking very serious. No, that's better. Here's a smile.
All right, I think Jared killed it really. It was very, very nice trading. Jared did an amazing trade.
Yeah. Jared's in his natural habitat, so he's working at peak
Yeah,
performance right
peak
now.
performance. Yeah, Jared is, probably in his setup and
Yeah.
everything. Overall, it was a decent day. Like again, it was my mistake that I gave all the profit back. I mean, you just need one good trade, maybe one or two or three small loss, and one good trade, and then that's it. You're done. Like Marvel was my, I made $4,000 on Amazon, $11,000 on Marvel, and then I lost on PLTR and on CRM. So and Roku, sorry, Roku as well. So too much. I did overtrade, too many trades. I could easily shut it down in Marvel.
It's always a challenge of being a moderator. You're on the mic and you feel like you have to keep taking trades.
Exactly.
Whereas, if you're not, you could just have a good trade or two and then shut everything down. Sitting in front of the screen, you always feel like you want to keep trading too. He was making a new high during
Yeah, the situation is amazing.
Yeah.
On SPY and Qs.
Yeah, see what this high.
We are richer than yesterday.
Some of us.
Some of us, yeah, for sure.
The rich are getting richer.
Alrighty, so I think we're wrapping it up on the chat room on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for your support, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
So Joel is asking on YouTube that when do you, as a new trader, you're overtraded. I think then right now I have like 7 or 8 trades, and generally 7 or 8 trades for someone who trades like share size like me is too much. And usually I think I would say 3 or 4 trade would be good. But when you actually enter a trade multiple times, you start, you can't understand the price action. You constantly jump in and out, getting stopped out means that they're probably sign of overtrading.
I think another good sign is we talked about, or Andrew talked about the importance of having a trade book and a trade plan. So if you can go back over your trades and see if you've been following your trade book, and if you haven't, if you started trading and then you just started taking random trades, that's a really good sign that you're overtrading as well.
You're overtrading, yeah. And also another thing that I found for me is whenever my commissions are getting more than 10% of my profit, then I have overtraded. Usually my commissions are around 4 or 5% of my profit. But then you're actually 20%, like you make $1,000 and then you pay $200 commission to interact with brokers or whatever broker that you have, and that's a sign of that you've overtraded. So these are the things that you can check, because you can see your commission, in your platform as well. So that's a good understanding of, overtrading. Your commission shouldn't go really more than 7% of your profit. So that's also another sign. All right, guys, thank you so much. We're gonna wrap it up here. Brent, thank you so much, YouTube guys. We'll trade tomorrow. We're in a different city, so we're looking forward to trade. And yeah, all the best, guys. Yeah, so just 5-10 minutes until floor comes. If anyone, Jared, if you'd like to come talk about the trade book or talk behind me, that's the time. Come on the mic, say whatever you want, and yeah, all the best, guys. Thank you. Cheers.